World number 2 and 2015 champion Simona Halep cruised past Barbora Strycova 6-2, 6-4 in the second round of the BNP Paribas Open at Indian Wells to keep her unbeaten record against the Czech player. Halep has improved her win-loss record against Strycova to 5-0 in their 5 head-to-head matches. The Romanian star hit 18 winners to Stycova's 8 and converted 6 of her 11 break points. Halep got an early break in the second game of the opening set to take a 2-0 lead. Strycova broke straight back in the third game to get back on serve for 1-2. Halep claimed another break on her third chance after a long sixth game with a cross-court backhand winner to open up a 4-2 lead. Halep held her serve for 5-2 before earning 3 set points with a return winner on Strycova's serve. The Czech player saved the first chance with her serve, but Halep sealed her second break point by forcing an error with her forehand. Halep earned her first break of the second set in the fourth game to open up a 3-1 lead. After 4 consecutive breaks of serve, Strycova held her serve with a volley to draw level to 4-4. Halep came back from 0-30 down by hitting 3 consecutive service winners to hold her serve for 5-4. Strycova came back from 0-30 to 30-30 when she was serving to stay in the match in the 10th game. Halep earned a match point with a forehand error from Strycova. The Romanian player did not convert her chance when she netted a forehand. Strycova made a forehand error to face a second match point. Halep sealed the win when Strycova made a forehand error. It was really difficult in the end. It was not easy to play, but I felt good. For both of us, there were tough conditions, so I didn't think that much about it. I think I played good tennis, and for the first match here, I am happy about it. Today I was focused on what I have to do, and I knew how to play against her. We played so many times. I knew that I have to work for the match, that I have to be ready to run. So I think it was good, said Halep. Halep will face Ukrainian qualifier Katerina Kozlova, who edged past Alexandra Sasnovich 6-4-2, 6-6-0. Canadian 18-year-old Bianca Andreescu faced just 1 break point in her 6-2, 6-2 win over 2016 WTA Finals champion Dominika Sabulova 6-2, 6-2. Former Roland Garros and Wimbledon champion Garbiñe Muguruza never faced a break point and converted 4 of her 14 break points in her 6-1, 6-3 win over Lauren Davis. Elise Mertens saved 8 of the 9 break points and broke 4 times to defeat 17-year-old U.S. player Amanda Anisimova 6-2, 6-4 after 1 hour and 19 minutes. Alina Svitolina admitted fighting was the key to victory as she made the third round of the BNP Paribas Open in California. Alina Svitolina, at BNP Paribas Open, Twitter. Alina Svitolina has promised to keep fighting on as she beat Sofia Kenin 3-6, 7-6, 5-6, 4 to reach the third round at Indian Wells. The Ukrainian didn't produce her best tennis but was able to show the qualities of a champion as she edged out Kenin in 2 hours and 20 minutes. After beating the recent Acapulco finalist, Svitolina told the press that the win is all that matters. I think it was a really tough match for second round, but in the end the win is all that matters. Svitolina explained. I'm happy that I could keep fighting and serve it out in the third set. It was also a good match for me overall. I didn't really think about the outcome, I was just trying to fight for every point. For me, fighting was the key today. Always fight even if it's not your day. Oncoming fist light skin tone at BNP Paribas Open pic.twitter.com/9hanlaluj. Alina Svitolina, at Elina Svitolina, March 9, 2019. After hitting 40 winners, Svitolina's aggressive style has seen a good start to the season even though she has yet to win a title in 2019. Tough losses to Simona Halep and Belinda Bencic in the Middle East proved that the WTA Finals needs to find that clinical edge but also shows it will be very tough to beat her. In last 32, Svitolina will play Australia's Daria Gavrilova, and the 24-year-old admitted she doesn't know too much about her. I don't really know her that much, so I'm going to look. at that match and see with my coach so we can prepare and be ready for it. That match will take place on Sunday after Gavrilova defeated 29th seed Mihaela Buzarnescu 6-2, 6-2. Serena Williams has praised Victoria Azarenka after their fantastic Indian Wells battle, which saw the American in straight sets. Serena Williams, at BNP Paribas Open, Twitter. Serena Williams praised an amazing Victoria Azarenka after the American won 7-5, 6-3 in a fantastic second-round match. The contest didn't disappoint as these two former world number ones produced a sensational match in the evening session on Stadium 1. Eventually, after 2 hours and 7 minutes, the 20-time Grand Slam champion edged into the third round with a straight sets win. After the match, Serena praised the fellow mother as the Belarusian looks to use this as a platform to build her season on. In her post-match interview, Serena gave all the praise to Azarenka. "I truly love Vika. She is a fellow mom, a former number one, just like me. An amazing person." Even though it was a match that many people will remember for a while, the American said that she couldn't enjoy it too much. "You can't really enjoy it because then you'll lose focus," Serena told WTA Tennis.com. "You've got to kind of stay in the moment, you know. And it's important too, like, sometimes you realize, oh, my god, this is going to be a classic, but you can't let your mind go there, because you wouldn't want to watch it in the future." As for Azarenka, she was pleased with her own level after a rough last 6 months as she hasn't been able to rise to her 2012 heights after becoming a mother. But in her press conference, the Belarusian admitted that Serena makes her best tennis. "Serena pushes me to play my best tennis." Azarenka explained. "You know, she really won. She deserved to win. She played better on those important moments. I felt that every game was add deuce, add deuce. It was all about who was going to take that chance, and she took them a little better today." All tennis fans will now be hoping Azarenka can build on this and become a regular feature on the world's top 20 as she heads to the Miami Open. As for Serena, she will now play another former world number one and Grand Slam champion in Garbiñe Muguruza, who has had an inconsistent last 12 months. Sloane Stephens lead the seeded exodus in the day session in Indian Wells as she crashed out to Stephanie Vogel. Sloane Stephens, at @C_tennis, Twitter. Sloane Stephens has continued her inconsistent 2019 form after a 6-3, 6-0 loss to Swiss qualifier Stephanie Vogel. The American produced a poor performance as she crashed out at the second round stage to the world number 109 in 68 minutes. Stephens wasn't the only seed to exit though, as 4 seeds have already crashed out in California, which includes 2018 finalist Daria Kasatkina. There were wins for fellow Grand Slam champions Yelena Ostapenko and Garbiñe Muguruza as the seeds enter the fray. It was a dreadful performance from the former U.S. Open champion, who needed a good week in California and only created 5 breakpoints all match. If Stephens wasn't clinical, Vogel certainly was converting both her breakpoints in the first set as she took the first set 6-3 in 40 minutes. After the first set, the Swiss qualifier caused Stephens more trouble as she stormed to her 5th win over the American in 6 meetings. Police car like major upset alert. Vogel defeats Stephens 6-3, 6-0. As for Stephens, it doesn't give her much confidence heading into her Miami title defense next week. The American has been the headline act in today's seeded exodus, which has seen 4 seeds crash out so far in Indian Wells. Last year's finalist Daria Kasatkina continued her woeful season after being thrashed 6-2, 6-1 by Marketa Vondrousova as she searches for confidence. While Caroline Garcia lost for a 3rd time in 2019 to Jennifer Brady after a 6-3, 3-6, 6-0 defeat to the American, while Johanna Konta dominated Su Wei-Shea 6-0, 6-2. The action continues for the rest of the day with Alina Svitolina and Kiki Bertens among those in action, with Serena Williams' match with Victoria Azarenka leading the night session.